Hello all of you lovely individuals, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into the unfortunate, ever so consistent petri dish known as r/iamatotalPOS. Yeah, the world's a horrible place and it ain't getting any better anytime soon. I'm just here to report on that. So you know what? Hit the stub buttons, do the stuff below, and let go. Don't you just love it? The happiest place on earth? What's the worst that could happen at Disney World? It's supposed to be a small world after all, not small-minded. Is this because Disney World put up a couple of rainbows throughout their park? Is that really all that is? Because honestly, some of this just kind of feels like it. I went to the blank food pantry this morning in this location. This is all the items I got, regardless of what people's income is, the cars they drive, or whatever. Everyone should have the right to get free food, especially if you're a tax-paying citizen. I'm not low income in any kind of way, but I'm going to take advantage. Everyone is welcome. Yes, welcome to hit you with a steel chair because you're very much taking away from those people who, you know, actually could use something like this. I pay my tax dollars, so I should be entitled to be able to take the free stuffs. And the really unfortunate part is, a person like this is not going to see a single thing wrong with it, even after people explain it to them in detail about how what they're doing is just absolutely messed up. Because, oh yes, I pay my tax dollars, I should feel entitled to be able to take the money for this thing, even though I very much don't need it. Just because it's available for everybody to grab does not mean that you have to then also lack the moral capacity to see that you don't need it. Jury find a mother and boyfriend guilty of leaving their disabled daughter to die in a hot car. Yeah, and the caption on this one says follow-up on the other day is that the mother got 37 years and he got 32 years. Very much, there are so many examples on this site that just show that just because you have the ability to have a kid does not mean that you should be a parent. A 4-year-old girl in Tennessee has died after she was shot point blank in the chest by a woman who claimed that she was teaching the little girl firearm safety. A 4-year-old is being taught firearm safety, basically. Firearm safety is very much an important thing, but at the same time, it's not something that a 4-year-old needs to be learning. Like, at 4 years old, you do not need to be learning how to operate a revolver. With the maturity and self-control that comes into, you know, wielding firearms, it very much feels like one of those things that would either have an 18+ or 21+ restriction on it. And as somebody who's actually been to indoor ranges myself a decent amount of times, firearms have kickback. That will punch you in the shoulder if you are not paying attention. Like I said, there's no justification that it really would justify, oh yes, I'm teaching my 4-year-old firearm safety. Bottom line, if you're trying to control a firearm, go by Spider-Man rules. With great power comes great responsibility, because very much it is not the game of mess around and find out you ever want to play. I've seen so many surveillance photos of indoor ranges where people get tackled because they turn around really quick, and there's this general rule of thumb when it comes to those places that treat everything as loaded. If you go waving that around, do not get surprised if you get attacked by the security guard that is in the room. Well, not really attacked, but more so just like the security guard is going to react really quick. A high school in Illinois locked down is lifted after a likely swatting call. For some reason, if you don't know what swatting is, it's essentially where you call the emergency line stating an anonymous tip of like somebody having an explosive or somebody about to do something, and then, like the word states, you get the SWAT called on them. You know, they come in, bust your door open with rifles and everything, pointing rifles at you, saying get on the ground, that kind of thing. Very much wasting resources too because you think you're funny. It's not fun whatsoever to waste valuable resources and scare the crap out of people just because you want to get a quick laugh. That plus also the call that you made to the emergency lines is recorded and can be tracked. So yeah, have fun with the cops coming to your door because you did that. I'm fairly certain it's a multi-$1,000 fine on top of that. Bro, Prius parked like that. Give me a sec, I gotta cook.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Though, however, that cut-in isn't exactly accurate, as that would imply that you actually have a career in order to begin with, but I can guarantee you, if you're the type of person that drives around a Prius thinking, ya hot shit, parking like this, I can guarantee you I'm not going to think much of you. Very much I do, however, like the wide-body Challenger to the left, you know, teaching you how to park. People like this are the PC Master Race schmucks that were here before the Teslas, you know, the good old days when people thought that you were hot shit for just buying a Prius, you know, and not really doing anything else. Let's keep it a buck here. When the Prius first came out, the only gimmicks that it had were decent gas mileage, and it had a quiet feature. That's it. To the people that actually really like me doing these little tangents about cars, even if they're not car people, I very much do like it when people say that kind of stuff. So, you know, I like dragging Priuses into the ground. A 16-year-old Maryland teen is stabbed to death following an alleged dispute over McDonald's sweet and sour Wait, hold up. This is that sauce them Rick and Morty schmucks were getting nutso after, isn't it? It was stupid then, and it's stupid now, and nobody deserves to get that aggravated over some damn sauce. That's not funny at all. A woman parks in a handicap spot and mocks disabled people. Unfortunately, it's just as another example as to just how you can lose your morals with just a smidge of internet fame. Some people really think that 15 seconds of relevancy is something that can let you justify doing dong moves like this very much whatsoever. And I don't care if this was just a simple case of, oh, well, I moved to a proper space afterwards. No, you had the audacity to record it in the first place, which very much means that if you weren't going to be caught, then you would absolutely do it again. And one of the captions stating that they did it because of dark humor. No, dark humor is when you make a joke about something that's kind of messed up, but not entirely messed up. You're just blatantly mocking disabled people. You need to STFU. A dad is accused of ending the life of a 2-month-old baby by shoving baby wipes all the way down her throat. You know, I don't think that the punishment is gonna be enough, but, you know, I kind of feel like once the inmates of the correctional facility that he is being sent to finds out exactly what he's in for, he's gonna be in for a lovely time, because last we all checked, that totem pole has people that do stuff to innocent kids at the very freaking bottom. So congratulations, sir. You speed ran the I'm getting on everybody's shit list today record. The postmortem and autopsy reports of my entire family arrived in my inbox today. My husband, my 2 sons, my daughter, all because of a freaking drunk driver. I hate this world. You know, I'm fairly certain I've had my decent fair share of alcohol, and not a single time did I ever think, oh yeah, no, I'm perfectly able to drink and drive. No, that's totally something that's fine. Seriously, there's no reasoning behind it. And here's this thing, if you are going to think that you can do that, you are dumber than a sack of rocks. It really is unfortunate that what can happen as the result of all of that is, like, for an example, there's a high school near me that does this PSA every time around prom year, where they bring in a wrecked car and they stick it out front for a solid 2 weeks before prom to show, if you decide to drive drunk, this can happen to you. Or others, really, just don't do it. And that was back then. Nowadays, people have Uber, so there's absolutely no reason to be driving drunk whatsoever. A teen mom who tossed a live newborn in a trash compactor, now facing capital M charges. What the There's gotta be a cruel and unusual punishment charge in here somewhere I don't know where. Why? Why would anybody do this? How much of a disregard for human life do you have to have where you think tossing a newborn into a trash compactor is a fine idea for you? Caption on this one stated, a Florida teen pulls a baby dolphin out of the water for an Instagram photo, causing its death. Man, whatever, he wrote. A once in a lifetime to catch a dolphin is bycatch from the shore. Yeah, maybe there's a good reason as to why you weren't supposed to be taking it out of the water. Oh, I don't know, because it'll frickin' die? Maybe that's a good reason as to not go and pick it up. Oh, but I need it for the Instagram. For what? For you to post a photo that anybody and their mother could just look up on Google? And you know, considering likely that you won't have any friends after this, if you had any friends beforehand, oh, I don't know, maybe they could have, if you absolutely had to, video record you helping the dolphin, get back into the water instead of, hey, let me just pick it up, and then so we could take a photo of it all. If you absolutely needed to have a photo of yourself with a dolphin, you could have at least done something good for it, like helping it. But no, you did the exact opposite. Pete the peacock is adored by Las Vegas neighborhood, is fatally shot by a bow and arrow. Pete was given a blood transfusion from another peacock, but died after being shot twice, neighbors said. How boring is your life where you think, oh yeah, I got a crossbow instead of using a proper target? Hey, somebody's pet bird over there? Yeah, give me 1 second. I do know that in some states it is perfectly legal to own a peacock, and they do look pretty cool. The big tails are really, really nice and everything. But really, don't shoot anybody's pet animal with a bow and arrow, or don't shoot anybody's animal. Yeah, just wanted to be the first 1-star. Haven't even gotten past the tutorial yet. How bad at a game you gotta be where you aren't able to even beat the tutorial before you get upset, pissy, and then decide to go online with a 1-star review? How much of a skill issue you gotta have where you think that this is perfectly fine? But with that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.